Hello there once again. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Hello Kuwait right here on KTV2, the family channel. And we have with us right now Yousef AlQanai. And Yousef is the CEO of Forward Sports. Yousef, welcome to our program, Hello Kuwait.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Nice to have you with us right here on the program. And I know you're organizing, I believe, Forward Sports is organizing a big event coming up. I think something have to do with a marathon, walkathon. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, that's the West Gulf Race. It's the first year that we have established it. It's going to be on the 19th of January. We're expecting more than 2,000 people. More than 70% of tickets have sold so far. And it's going to be a 5K and a 10K run. The 2K has sold out. We have a 5K left and a 10K race starting at the
So it's like three different categories, 2, 5, and 10? 3
different runs, yes. There are different categories inside as well. Like for the 5K, we have under 16 and above 16 as well. And yeah, it is by far the biggest sport running event in Kuwait in terms of the value added for the runners and the prizes. It's a high amount of prizes.
Well, tell us more about that then.
Well, the prizes for the runs, the total prizes is more than $70,000, so around 23,000 KD, which is distributed for the top winners. For the categories as well, like people under 16 are going to be getting around $4,000 for the top winner. And there's a lot of things that we have added to this race with, of course, the Gulf Free State Company, which are the main investors of the run, who have contributed to really make this a reality. It's so different than other runs because it focuses on the elite and the professional runners, way more than just the general public.
Okay, so this is more for the, as you said, the professional, let's say,
it's targeted toward this way. It is still an open event for anybody who's welcome to come, for families. A lot of people join there to just have fun and spend the day. But we are trying really to make sure this race stands out in terms of how good it is for the elite runners, the value added for them. We're trying so much to really perfect things. We might not get everything right in the first year, but by the second year, we're also planning to get the IAAF license to make it the only race in Kuwait to get approved by the International Association of Athletic Federation to get the bronze license, hopefully. We'll see how that goes.
This is the first year that this race is going to take place?
Yes, this is the first year for West Gulf Race.
And what we have some photos on the monitor. What are we taking a look at there?
Yeah, sure. These are some pictures of previous runs that my company has organized. Some of them are in the deserts, like this one, and the North Desert.
Looks nice. You have a lot of people from different nationalities taking part.
We have a database of 37,000 people who have joined our events in the past 9 years since we have established. We've organized more than 60 events.
Okay.
In total, these are just some of them.
But it looks like a lot of them, Yousef, are based on like a lot of running kind of activities.
Yeah. I can comfortably say 80% of our events are running based, targeting, of course, the different categories: 2K, 5K, 10K. But we're also involved in a lot of personal development programs and some general sport events for corporates and for the public. But running really is our forte, as they say.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us about yourself then. Have you been always interested in? You come from a very sporty family also, and you've been interested in running and so forth?
Sporty family, I'll say, well, my dad is a sport journalist, really. Yeah, that's for sure.
A well-known sports journalist, yes.
Yeah. So maybe I got this from him, but on a personal level, I was in sport for some time. For around 4 years, I wanted to get to a professional elite level, but really, me personally, I don't really like sport in general. Like, I don't like to run. Personally, I just...
You're more of the behind the scenes organizing committee and like that, huh?
It happened organically, really. The first 4 years, I was heavily involved, slowly got in the back seat, hired the proper team to take care of things, trying to get involved in more things, like more in writing, more in public speaking, which is something that I'm really, really passionate about, more than just running in sport. But yeah, running sports is something I've been in for long enough to say it's something I found a way to enjoy doing.
Well, I have to say your events are always very well organized.
Thank you.
Top-notch events. Forward Sports doing a
great
job whenever you put together your various activities and events. And what's always nice about it is there's a lot of people from different backgrounds and nationalities. That's what's appealing about your activities.
Yeah, we actually have, it's actually 50% of the people who join our events are non-locals and they're non-Kuwaitis. So that's good. It's like a mix. Usually in all the countries in the world where there are big events, you get around 70% of people who are resident of the country. But we have around 50% of our people who just like from totally different, more than 47 nationalities in total.
Good to hear that. And now, Yousef, tell us more specifics about the event coming up in January. can people still register? More about the categories and a little bit more about it, please.
Yeah. Well, there's a 10K race. There are 2 categories under it, male and female. The prizes are equal for both, and prizes are for the top 10 winners. I need to mention that because usually running events, they give the top 3. For us, we're given the top 10 to push more people to hit on the professional line of running events. Then we have the 5K, which is, we have 2 major categories in it. We have the under 16 and above 16, both of them which has male and female categories. And registration is still open, of course, still open online.
How can people register?
Well, in our website, forwardtickets.com, they'll find all our upcoming events, and West Gulf Race is the first one on the picture.
Okay, so fairly straightforward with that, then you just register and then do some things and join in.
Yeah, 98% of people who register to our events, they actually register online. It's a very smooth system, very clear, very easy. People receive their tickets in PDF. They just have to attend and collect the race kit 2 days before the event. So on the 17th and 18th exactly in the Scientific Center, we're going to be distributing the T-shirt of the run, the bag, the number as well. They're going to be distributed on the 2 days for the event, and people can still register up until that day actually. So registration is still open. We're not really going to close it.
And when will the race start? What time?
It's on the 19th January, as we said, exactly at 8 in the morning.
19th is what day is that? Saturday?
It's Saturday for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturday.
Starting at 9 in the morning?
No, 8 in the morning.
Okay.
We're trying to really start at 8 exactly to make it as professional as we can. But Ministry of Interior, we hope to get their support earlier this year than the previous events. But we try our best, really.
And usually you expect like 2-3 hours, let's say, 4?
Well, the top runners, people like Abdurrahman Al-Kindiri, and all those runners.
How long does it take them to give us
for
finish a race?
For the top runners, like Abdurrahman Al-Kindiri, he has a record of 31 minutes for a 10K.
Wow.
To be able to imagine it, it's as if you're running on a treadmill on speed 20 non-stop.
Okay.
It's just crazy because you go on speed 7 and 8. And
I mean, actually, I can't even imagine that. That's too much.
Really. So the top runners, we're expecting the first 50 to arrive within 30 to 40 minutes after the start line. And then the rest, there are people who are going to come after 3 hours. But they're the good-looking ones,
So you give 3 or 4 hours for this kind of...
Yeah, totally.
Is there a closing ceremony?
Yeah, of course.
Tell us about that. Is there anything special planned?
Yeah, of course. There's really a huge ceremony we're doing. We're going to have a draw for everybody who have bought a ticket for the race.
Nice, like a raffle draw?
A raffle draw for 2 cars.
Very nice.
For 2 cars and a lot of other gifts provided by Uridu, our sponsors, and the other sponsors as well. A lot of gifts. We're just going to do a big raffle draw. It's going to be the biggest in Kuwait.
Wow.
Everything is the biggest Kuwait, and then you hope you can
really... big, yeah, with everything.
Because you set the standard, well, then you really have to match it,
Sure, yeah. So you said there's going to also be a giveaway for 2 cars?
For 2 cars in the draw as well, yeah.
Okay.
So everybody who bought a ticket has a chance to win a car.
All right, then. That's even worth participating in that.
Yeah. And we're just worried about people who just buy tickets to enter the draw.
Yes. But you want them actually to take part.
We try to, but everybody who buys the ticket is entitled to enter the draw. It's
entitled to take part.
It's entitled to take part, and that's the fair way really to do it. If you bought a ticket, it's worth its specific amount, so it enters you the draw. Yeah.
All right, and all this can be found on the website. Correct?
Everything's on the website. Well, people can go straight to westgulfrace.com immediately. It's just one word really, West Gulf Race. Instagram account as well. It's just West Gulf Race, so it's really easy to find. Or just they can write in Arabic Sibaq Al Khalij, and they can locate it.
We'll go to a link right away, huh?
Yeah, they can just go to the website. All the information is there, both in English and Arabic, and everything is there.
Organizing these events, Yousef, I'm sure takes a lot of time.
It's the most...
A lot of, back work that people watching at home are not really aware of. Yeah. Tell us a little bit. I mean, you said earlier on that this is something you're very involved in, this intricate process of... You just said you have to organize with the Ministry of Interior. Yeah. I'm sure you have to have ambulances, Ministry of Health. You have to have all these things. Tell us how to put this together. You've been working on this for a while, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, before every event,
you and the team.
Before every event, I ask myself if really it's worth it to be involved in this much hecticness and the work of it. But at the end of the day, you work for 6 months sometimes for 3 hours experience. The most hectic part of managing an event is the idea that you put on work and you have to create all the processes, train the right people, hire the right people. I have a very good team, and I'm very, very, very blessed with my team. Ayman, Abdul Alim, the rest of them. I'm very, very blessed with how organized they are and how we are really working as a team to get things done. And of course, you get up to 50 people involved with you in the company the 1 week before the event. And the most beautiful and yet painful thing about it is how you work for 6 months for a 3 hours experience, and so you have to really perfect every second of it.
Well, inshallah, it will be a successful event like all your great events have been in the past. And as we're coming towards the end of our interview this evening, Yousef, do you have any last words or comments for the audience watching Hala Kuwait tonight?
Well, I really hope I get to see as many people as I can in the West Gulf Race event happening, and just to start running people. You know, we have the highest obesity rate in Kuwait. Everything we do in terms of our activities.
A very unhealthy lifestyle.
Very unhealthy lifestyle. Some people even brag of how many restaurants we have, and they make videos of it, which is extremely frustrating, I can say. But the whole idea is really to improve, and the most important thing, people have to watch how they progress on a daily basis.
And weather's so nice now to enjoy outdoor activities in our beloved Kuwait.
Exactly. If we don't do it now, then summer's going to hit, and Ramadan, the real excuses will come. So now there's no excuse to go outdoor and get involved with people. You know.
And the venue where you're having this race is really nice too. Scientific Center is a beautiful place, and going along the coast there, weather's beautiful these days.
Yeah, it is, and we hope for the best, really.
Inshallah, it will be a success. And thank you for coming, Yousef, to our program, Hala Kuwait.
Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure having you on. We were speaking to Yousef AlQanai, and Yousef is the CEO of Forward Sports, and we thank him very much for his time with us this evening, talking about the West Gulf race coming up. We look forward to that big event right here in the state of Kuwait. Well, right now we'd like to move on to our next report and take a look at the home gardening workshop. Let's take a look at this workshop and see what was discussed. Stay tuned.